What's up, guys? Um, I did prompt 2 and 6. I wrote down some thoughts. Figured it'd be easier to, read my thoughts and jot down as I go and discuss. Okay, so prompt 2, did the Harlem Renaissance, and I needed to discuss what I learned and why it was important. And I actually did Harlem Renaissance, a poet by Langston Hughes, for my poetry performance. So I did know a little bit about this before I did start, but early in the 1920s, all the way until the late 1930s, we noticed this is a Harlem Renaissance. This was a time when African Americans shine through artistry, music, writing, poetry, and there are a lot of more, but those are the key points on it. This happened all throughout the North and Midwest regions of the United States. The most influential was Harlem, of course, aka the Harlem Renaissance. Harlem Renaissance was extremely important because it was a time when African Americans were fleeing the South and seeking new opportunities. In the North, they were seeking more economic and cultural opportunities. Harlem Renaissance was extremely important. Not only it was a time of Black excellence. It opened the door for many artists, poets, and musicians, and so on for the next movement of young African American men and women in the late 1960s and 20s. The Harlem Renaissance was a time when a lot of African Americans were going through a lot of hardships. I mean, Great Depression happened in the 1930s, so you can imagine the time of struggle that they were going through. But they turned to their poetry, music, artistry to, show that, we are a group of people and we can, get through this together. It's a very extremely important movement. I'm glad I had Langston Hughes as part of my poetry performance because it kind of opened up my eyes to a lot of other stuff. And then I also did prompt number 6 as the TED Talks. What did you learn? What did you like about it and why? First one was Oliver Jeffers, An Ode to Living Life on Earth. I believe that was it. I gained a lot of insight from this video. Most important thing I want to discuss is how Earth has always been and will continue to be here if we suddenly vanish for whatever reason. He made a great point when he stated, quote, "We hold nothing without this earth," end quote. To me, that entails we need to be much more appreciative of what we have on Earth and Earth itself. Without Earth, we are nothing. Think about that. I enjoyed what he said about time. Before you know it, we will be out of it. So use it wisely. I like this a lot because we get so caught up with our day-to-day habits. And as cliche as it sounds, we need to take some time and smell the roses. I also did Sarah Key, How Many Lives Can You Live? In her poem, Sarah Key delivers a message of literally how many lives can you live. She wants her audience to know that it's okay to only live one life or multiple. To me, she was trying to get across the point of, there's so many different lives that somebody can be out there. If you can't achieve that, that's fine. But if you only want to live one life and focus on that one life, that's totally okay. Also, I think she was trying to get across the point of we only have one life here, so choose it wisely. I really enjoyed why she likes poetry so much. She said it helps her navigate and work through things. Recently, I've personally been going through some tough times, and I had an epiphany. I remember in lecture one day, Dr. Bond talked about how poetry can help many people overcome hardships in their life. I've been reading a lot of poetry, and it's not only given me answers to my current situation and that I'm in, but give me a different perspective on how I view things as well. This is a very important video for me to watch. I'm glad I picked it. It can be interpreted many different ways, but I feel like I got a really good interpretation of that video. Also did extra credit, wrote a poem, and here it goes. I didn't name the poem, but if I had to name it one thing, it would probably be Broken Heart. I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm hurt. How could this be? Who is she? I thought she was the one. Was this reality? Or is this just a fantasy? Cool. And that's it. Thank you.